Hello everyone, welcome to class time. Dear friend, this is class 8 computer chapter 4, further more with MS Access part 2. Of course this is okay. Part 1 of this particular chapter is already done, where we have seen what is field name, what is data type, and practically also we have seen some of this. Okay dear friend, and from your book the field property, that portion is very important dear friends. Kindly do learn those. Okay, that is on page 37. Those and even the data types are also very important. These are exam oriented dear friends. Okay, kindly do learn. As for today, we shall be learning about primary key. Okay dear friends, when we take admission in the schools, we are given roll numbers, and no way we are given double roll number. The same person, one person is having roll number 1, another person also is given roll number 1. Not possible. They will be given different roll numbers. Suppose you go for the admission, everybody will be having a different admission receipt number. Same receipt number won't be given. That is only to make a unique number and or make you separate from others and keep you uniquely. Okay, you make you completely different from others. Otherwise, if all are given same roll number, if all are given same receipt number, there will be a big chaos, big confusion. Yes or no? Primary key is also for that, to keep a particular field. Okay, keep a particular field separated. Okay, separated. Another option is another feature for this primary key is to make a particular field compulsory. Did not understand? Fine, I'll make it clear. That means if these days, suppose you want to get admission to a particular class, okay, particular class to a particular college, it will be telling you that 50% is compulsory. You don't have 50%, you cannot get in. Compulsory, it is compulsory. Yes or no? So that way, by all means, you must have that. So same way, dear friends, when you go for online filling some forms, okay, filling some forms, there will be some columns, some boxes where some of the options are mandatory. Like your email address is compulsory. By all means, you have to give. Otherwise, you cannot submit. Or else your mobile number is compulsory. That box, there will be one star mark. Okay, one small star mark will be there. Okay, otherwise you cannot fill. So with the primary key also, more or less, that is what is it, that is what we can more or less create a particular field, that by all means a particular person, when they fill the data, that column they will have to fill, be it the mobile number, be it the date of birth, be it the email ID, those whatever may be, that they cannot skip. Okay. Now suppose we go for the definition of it. As per the book, that is on page 38. No, the book defines it this way, like an attribute or field that uniquely identifies each record in the table is known as primary key. It uniquely identifies, separately identifies, not that all mixed up and given same name, same number. Okay, separates. Then when more than one field together forms primary key, it is referred as composite. Suppose only one primary key, just primary key. Suppose more than one is given, then it will be composite key. Okay. Now some of the features of primary keys are: number one feature, it is given, a table can have only one primary key. A table can have only one primary key. Next is, every value entered in primary key field must be unique. The unique, that means it must be different from others. It should not be same. Okay, in the field wherever you enter the value of it. Next, primary key can't be kept null, empty. That means suppose I'm writing a box like this. Okay, table. Here the name of the student, here the address of the student, okay, address of the student, and here suppose date of birth, and here suppose primary key is given. Okay, a student is filling this much, and this much, everything he is filling. The second student, suppose the second student knows his name, address, but he does not know date of birth. Now he's telling, sir, I do not know date of birth, what shall I do? Shall we skip it? If after, without putting anything here, if we go ahead, the form will not get submitted. That means we cannot keep it empty, we will have to fill it compulsory. So that is okay, we cannot keep it empty. Next, a primary can be used to relate different tables in the database. It is also used for relating one table to the another table, and which is known, that time it is known as foreign key. Okay dear friends, so now let us try to see practically how can we put the primary key in a particular field. At the same time, how can we remove the primary key from a particular field. Okay,
dear friends, this is the front page of the table that in the last class we created, no? the database table. Okay, how to create it from design view we have learned, and how to enter the data from datasheet view, these data we have learned. Now today we shall see how to put the primary key. For putting the primary key, okay, all that we need to do, to the left corner here, view, okay, just give a click here, just click and design view, go to design view. Now once you come in design view, the book says, dear friends, the primary key, this primary key is active here, you see. Okay, and for SSNO, that means serial number, which comes as ID. Okay, it has inbuilt primary key. Suppose I want primary key in contact number also. Okay, all that I need to do, come to contact number, give a right click, primary key, a chat box, dialog box will appear, select the primary key, and it is done. Then from the right side here, you can close it. It will ask, do you want to save the changes? Yes. Okay, now we can open in datasheet view, open the table. Suppose I want to make the entry here. New entry. Okay, new entry. Suppose I am planning to make, and I give another name as Rohit. He is also a teacher. Okay, assistant teacher. Next we go to the marital status. Okay, salary also we put. Okay, salary, how much shall we give? Okay, we should put it 25,000 because it is not from our pocket. Okay, contact number. See, dear friends, the main point is here. We have put primary key for contact number. Suppose you want to keep it empty, it won't accept. See, you must enter a value. Okay, that is what it is asking. So by all means, you have to enter a value here. Okay, after putting the primary key. Now it is accepting. Now suppose I want to remove the primary key. For that, again you have to go to left side, view, give a click here, design view, go to the contact column here again. Okay, give a right click, click in the primary key. It is gone. Now dear friends, suppose after making all this, I remember that after the name I should have given date of birth. I did not give. How to add a new field? So all that I need to do, I have to take the cursor above to the place above which I want the new field to be added. So I want it to be added above designation. So I am taking it to designation. Okay, because I want it above it. So I am giving a right click, insert row. So a new row, new field. So here I can type it like date of birth, and date of birth means it will be in, not in short text, it will be in date and time. So this way. Okay dear friends, suppose there is no need of giving this marital status. This is only additional information, it is not required at all. So I want to remove it. How can I remove it? Just bring it, same method, give a right click. Okay, dialog box appears, delete rows, just delete it. So here we deleted marital status and we have added date of birth. Now let us see it from now from this right side, save it. Okay, do you want to save the changes? Yes. Go to table 1, open, see dear friends, date of birth is getting added and marital status is gone. So this is how we can add primary key, remove primary key, we can enter new field, we can delete the existing field. Hope you have understood. Okay. So dear friends, that's all then. See you people in the next video. Stay in, stay safe, take care.